In this video, we'll be taking a look at 4 NBA games happening on February 8, 2025, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 8 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 4 NBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Portland Trail Blazers versus Minnesota Timberwolves. The Portland Trail Blazers, currently holding a 23-29 record and sitting in 13th place in the Western Conference standings, are preparing to go head-to-head against the Minnesota Timberwolves, who stand at 29-23 and are ranked 6th in the Western Conference. This highly anticipated matchup is set to take place on February 8th at the Target Center, where both teams will be looking to build on their recent successes. The Trail Blazers enter this contest riding the momentum of a 6-game winning streak, having secured a hard-fought 108-102 victory at home against the Sacramento Kings on Thursday night. On the other hand, the Timberwolves have also been experiencing some positive momentum of their own, as they are currently on a 2-game winning streak following a solid 127-114 home victory against the Houston Rockets on Thursday. This game marks the final installment of their 4-game season series, with Portland currently leading 2-1. A win here would allow the Trail Blazers to secure the season series over their Western Conference rivals. In terms of player availability, the Trail Blazers have once again ruled out Matisse Thybulle, as he remains sidelined with an injury. Meanwhile, rookie guard Scoot Henderson has been designated as questionable for this contest, which could have an impact on Portland's backcourt rotation. On the Timberwolves side, they are closely monitoring the status of 2 of their key players, as veteran point guard Mike Conley and young star Anthony Edwards are both listed as questionable for this game. If either or both of these players are unable to suit up, it could significantly affect Minnesota's ability to control the game on both ends of the floor. The Minnesota Timberwolves certainly possess the talent and firepower to dominate this game and potentially cruise to a comfortable victory. However, they have been an inconsistent team throughout the season, alternating between impressive performances and puzzling losses. This inconsistency is reflected in their home record, as they have already suffered 12 losses on their own court. Additionally, they have struggled against the spread, posting a 22-29-1 record in that category so far this season. Meanwhile, the Portland Trail Blazers have experienced a remarkable turnaround, defying expectations with a recent stretch of outstanding performances. They have won 9 of their last 10 games and have covered the spread in each of those contests. Given this level of success, it becomes difficult to bet against them, especially when factoring in the uncertainty surrounding Anthony Edwards' availability. Another key consideration is the fact that the Trail Blazers have emerged victorious in the last 2 meetings against the Timberwolves, further strengthening their case in this matchup. Despite their recent success, the Trail Blazers have not received as much attention as other teams, making them a potentially undervalued squad heading into this game. Given their strong play as of late, they present a compelling option, particularly when considering that Minnesota could be without 2 of its most important players. While this is a game where checking the final lineups before tip-off is crucial, based on the current circumstances, I believe the Trail Blazers have a legitimate chance to keep the game competitive, and might even be able to pull off an upset victory. So the Portland Trail Blazers to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Defensively, both teams have been stepping up their efforts recently, making this an intriguing matchup from a low-scoring perspective. The Timberwolves have demonstrated their defensive prowess by allowing an average of just 111 points over their last 4 games, which is a testament to their ability to limit opposing offenses. Meanwhile, the Trail Blazers have been even more impressive on that end of the floor, surrendering just 102 points per game across their previous 5 contests. Additionally, neither team has been particularly strong in the fast break department, which further suggests that this game may not be a high-scoring affair. Portland ranks 17th in the NBA in fast break points per game, averaging 15, while Minnesota is even less effective in transition, ranking 27th in the league with just 12.9 fast break points per contest. Given these factors, the expectation is that points will be relatively hard to come by in this game. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Golden State Warriors versus Chicago Bulls. The Golden State Warriors, currently holding a 25-26 record, are gearing up to take on the Chicago Bulls, who stand at 22-30 in what promises to be a compelling showdown at the United Center on Saturday, February 8, 2025. This particular matchup carries extra significance due to the recent high-profile acquisition of Jimmy Butler by the Warriors. Butler, a former Bulls star, is anticipated to make his highly awaited debut in this game, adding an extra layer of drama and intrigue to the contest. Golden State has historically had the upper hand in this matchup, having won 8 of the last 10 meetings against Chicago, including a dominant 131-106 victory in their most recent encounter on January 23rd. As they prepare for this game, the Warriors will once again be without Jonathan Kuminga, who remains sidelined due to injury. Additionally, they are closely monitoring the status of Gui Santos, who is currently listed as questionable. Meanwhile, the Bulls have their own injury concerns, as both Lonzo Ball and Talen Horton-Tucker have been designated as questionable for this matchup. The Warriors are in desperate need of a victory to regain momentum and reposition themselves in the playoff race. However, there is newfound optimism within the team following Butler's arrival, as his presence is expected to provide an immediate boost. On the other hand, the Bulls are still adjusting to life without Zach LaVine, whom they traded away at the deadline. Their most recent outing did not go well, as they suffered a tough loss to the Minnesota Timberwolves, and they now enter this game looking to bounce back from that defeat. Golden State has experienced a turbulent stretch recently, struggling to find consistency in their performances. However, there is a strong belief within the organization that the tide is about to turn, especially with the arrival of Jimmy Butler. His highly anticipated debut against his former team in Chicago is expected to inject fresh energy into the entire Warriors squad. Additionally, Stephen Curry should greatly benefit from Butler's presence, as opposing defenses will no longer be able to focus their entire game plan on stopping him. Chicago, on the other hand, has been underwhelming in recent weeks and is still in the process of dealing with the after effects of trading away their best player, Zach LaVine. Without him, the Bulls appear to lack a clear direction, making this an uphill battle for them. Both the Warriors and Bulls have encountered numerous struggles throughout this season, but their actions at the trade deadline suggest that their objectives are vastly different. Golden State's front office has made it abundantly clear that they are in win-now mode, believing they can still compete for a playoff spot and make a deep run. The Bulls, however, seem to have prioritized immediate success, with their roster adjustments signaling a shift toward a potential rebuild rather than a strong push for the postseason. With Butler's arrival and the lingering sting of their recent loss to the Lakers, the Warriors should enter this game highly motivated and eager to make a statement. The Bulls, on the other hand, have been wildly inconsistent all season, making them a difficult team to trust. With their roster now weakened due to the trade deadline moves, they may struggle to match Golden State's firepower. The Bulls have had significant defensive issues, often conceding a high number of points, which gives the Warriors a prime opportunity to take control of this game and potentially win in dominant fashion. Overall, Golden State has been the slightly better team in recent weeks, and this matchup presents a strong chance for them to secure a much-needed victory. If Curry steps up with a standout performance, the Warriors should have enough firepower to come out on top. So the Golden State Warriors to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The recent history between these two teams suggests that we could be in for a high-scoring affair. In their last 4 head-to-head meetings, the total points scored have consistently exceeded 237, with each game surpassing the projected total. This trend indicates that offensive fireworks should once again be expected in this contest. Golden State has struggled defensively in recent road games, conceding at least 120 points in each of their last 3 matchups away from home. Meanwhile, the Bulls' offensive approach may become more unpredictable in the short term now that LaVine is no longer part of the team, making it harder for opponents to prepare for them. Despite their roster changes, Chicago should still be able to put up a respectable offensive performance. On the other side, the Warriors' offense should thrive, as the Bulls currently rank 26th in the league in defensive rating. Given these factors, this game has all the makings of another high-scoring contest. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Oklahoma City Thunder versus Memphis Grizzlies. The Oklahoma City Thunder, who currently hold the top spot in the Western Conference standings, are preparing to take on the Memphis Grizzlies, the second-ranked team in the conference. This highly anticipated showdown is scheduled for February 8th at the FedEx Forum, where both teams will look to extend their respective winning streaks. This will be a thrilling matchup, as both teams have been in excellent form recently. The Thunder enter this contest riding a 4-game winning streak after securing a solid 120 121-109 home victory over the Toronto Raptors on Friday. Meanwhile, the Grizzlies are also enjoying a 4-game winning streak and are coming off an emphatic 138-107 road win against the Raptors on Wednesday. This will mark the second meeting between these two teams this season, with the Thunder having dominated the first matchup on December 29th, winning decisively by a score of 130-106 on their home court. As the Thunder gear up for this matchup, they continue to deal with some key absences as Casson Wallace, Luguentz Dort, and Ousmane Dieng remain unavailable. On the other side, the Grizzlies are closely monitoring the status of Desmond Bane, who is currently listed as questionable due to an ankle injury. One significant factor to consider in this contest is that 6 of Oklahoma City's 9 losses this season have occurred on the road, highlighting some potential vulnerabilities when playing away from home. Additionally, the Thunder are facing the challenge of playing on back-to-back nights, while the Grizzlies come into this matchup well-rested. Memphis has been dominant on their home floor, boasting an impressive 21-5 record at the FedEx Forum, including an active 6-game home winning streak. A key element in the first meeting between these teams was the rebounding battle, where the Grizzlies managed to outwork the Thunder on the glass. Expect Memphis to have a similar advantage in this game, as they have been strong in that department all season. Additionally, in their previous matchup, the Grizzlies earned 9 more trips to the free throw line than Oklahoma City, which played a significant role in their overall performance. With star point guard Ja Morant back in the lineup, Memphis should see improved shooting efficiency this time around, and the turnover battle is expected to be more competitive. If the Grizzlies can replicate their rebounding success and capitalize on their opportunities at the free throw line, they will have a strong chance of coming out on top. This matchup features 2 of the hottest teams in the NBA right now, as the Thunder travel to face the Grizzlies in what should be an electrifying contest. Oklahoma City has arguably been the most consistent and impressive team throughout the season, with superstar guard Shai Gilgeous-Alexander leading the charge. However, the Grizzlies enter this game in their best form of the season and are healthier than they have been in quite some time. This sets the stage for a closely contested battle where both teams have a legitimate case for victory. Despite the Thunder's overall dominance this season, playing on 0 days rest could prove to be a significant disadvantage. The Oklahoma City Thunder have earned the benefit of the doubt throughout the season, as they have arguably been the best team in the league. They have also been the most reliable team against the spread this year, making them an appealing pick in most matchups. Furthermore, Oklahoma City has had Memphis's number in recent encounters, winning 6 consecutive games against the Grizzlies. However, this particular contest presents a different challenge, as the Thunder will be playing on the second night of a back-to-back against a well-rested Memphis team. The Grizzlies have repeatedly proven themselves as a legitimate contender, and opportunities like this do not come around often. In fact, this game marks the first time since November that Memphis will enter a home game as an underdog. Given these factors, I am leaning toward the Grizzlies, who should be better rested and prepared for this matchup, having had multiple days off since their last game. So the Memphis Grizzlies to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Both the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Memphis Grizzlies rank among the top 5 teams in the NBA in scoring, setting the stage for what should be a high-scoring affair. The Thunder currently rank 7th in pace, and they have been lighting up the scoreboard, finishing with at least 125 points in each of their last 3 games. Meanwhile, the Grizzlies lead the league in pace and have scored at least 125 points in 6 of their last 8 games. With Oklahoma City playing on the road and on the second night of a back-to-back, their typically strong defense may not be as sharp as usual. This could create an opportunity for Memphis to exploit defensive lapses and put up another high-scoring performance. Additionally, the Thunder have already allowed the Grizzlies to shoot over 50% from the field in their previous meeting this season, which further supports the expectation of a high-scoring contest. Another key trend favoring a high-scoring outcome is that the over has hit frequently in Grizzlies games this season, with a 32-17-2 record overall, including a red-hot 10-3-0 stretch in recent matchups. Both teams have been on an offensive tear as of late, with Oklahoma City averaging an astounding 136 points per game over their last 3 contests, while Memphis is putting up an impressive 129.5 points per game across their previous 4 outings. When examining their offensive efficiency, both teams rank near the top of the league, with the Thunder holding the 6th best offensive rating at 117.1 and the Grizzlies slightly ahead in 5th place with a 118.2 offensive rating. Given the pace at which these teams play and their offensive firepower, this game has all the makings of a shootout. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Boston Celtics versus New York Knicks. The Boston Celtics are set to face off against the New York Knicks in a highly anticipated primetime matchup on Saturday night. This game will serve as a rematch of their previous encounter earlier in the season, which took place in October, where the Celtics secured a dominant 23-point victory on their home court. Boston enters this contest following a disappointing home defeat at the hands of the Dallas Mavericks, falling 127-120 despite being listed as heavy favorites with a 12.5-point spread in their favor. Meanwhile, the Knicks are coming into this game on a high note after securing a hard-fought 121-115 road victory over the Toronto Raptors. The Celtics will once again be operating at a disadvantage due to the continued absence of Jrue Holiday, who has officially been ruled out for this matchup. On the other hand, the Knicks are dealing with their own injury concerns, as Og Anunoby has also been ruled out, adding to their challenges. Despite these setbacks, Boston remains the favored team for clear reasons. They possess the stronger roster on paper and have historically performed well against New York, winning 5 of the last 6 meetings between these two teams. However, the Celtics have developed a concerning trend of suffering unexpected defeats, including a recent loss to a severely depleted Philadelphia 76ers squad. The Knicks, on the other hand, have been in excellent form, emerging victorious in 8 of their last 10 games. This game carries significant importance for New York, as they are seeking a signature win against a formidable opponent that they may have to contend with in the postseason. Furthermore, the absence of Jrue Holiday weakens Boston's perimeter defense, making it a greater challenge to contain Jalen Brunson, who has been instrumental for the Knicks this season. Boston had been on an impressive run before their momentum was halted by their loss to Dallas, while New York has managed to maintain its strong form, even if their most recent win over Toronto was less than convincing. These two teams have already faced off once this season, with the Celtics securing a convincing 132-109 victory back on November 22nd. However, the Knicks have made considerable strides since that game, demonstrating improvement on both ends of the floor. Additionally, they will be entering this matchup well rested, having not played since Tuesday. Given their recent form and the significance of this game, the Knicks cannot afford to let this opportunity slip away. So the New York Knicks to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Both of these teams rank in the bottom 10 of the league in terms of pace of play, measured by possessions per game. The absence of Jrue Holiday will undoubtedly impact Boston's offensive output, as they will be missing a player who averages double-digit points per game. Meanwhile, the Knicks could find themselves at an even greater disadvantage, as they may be without up to 3 of their usual starters or see them playing with limited effectiveness due to lingering injuries. Boston currently ranks 22nd in possessions per game, favoring a half-court offensive system under coach Joe Mazzulla. They also boast a strong defensive identity, with versatile, switchable defenders and Kristaps Porzingis providing an imposing presence in the paint. The Knicks, on the other hand, are even slower in tempo, ranking 26th in possessions per game. Their offense will largely be orchestrated by Jalen Brunson, who will aim to methodically manage the game's pace and keep New York competitive against Boston's formidable defense. Additionally, the Knicks take pride in their defensive discipline and will look to force long, grinding possessions on that end of the floor. This season, both teams have consistently played at a measured and deliberate pace, as reflected in their rankings. The Knicks currently sit at 24th in the league in pace with an average of 98 possessions per game, while the Celtics are just behind them at 25th with a slightly lower 97.88 pace. Defensively, both squads have been holding their own in recent games. The Celtics have allowed an average of 114.0 points per game over their last 3 contests, while the Knicks have given up 116 points per game in their previous 5 outings. Given these trends, this game is likely to be a slower, more defensive-minded affair. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.